Let's now take you to India, where top-level management of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas PCNG initiative are in New Delhi as part of the Global South-South Cooperation organized by the United Nations to enable countries of similar geographies and economic trajectory share experiences. The three-day study tour connected the Nigerian and Indian sustainable mobility teams, with the Nigerian team seeking to draw from India's lessons of more than 2 decades, leveraging e-bus rollouts to drive industrialization and job creation. And joining us from New Delhi is TVC News senior reporter Habida Lawal to tell us more about the three-day conference. Habida, you have a...
Well, Abosede, if I get you correctly, the three-day study has been quite an eye-opener, especially regarding the transport sector over here, and the fact that where Nigeria is trying to be with regards to its CNG and also electronic vehicle adoption. You'll agree with me that recently they embarked on an EV journey to transform its public transportation system dependence on imported gas, using electric bus by deploying about 8,000 buses in the past year and hoping to achieve 50,000 buses by 2027-2028. You'll also agree with me that Nigeria is more abundant with gas, while on the other hand, adopting electric vehicle will definitely require a stable electricity on our end. So it's in and out from both sides, both adoption of electronic vehicle and CNG-powered vehicles can go well in Nigeria. And delegations from Nigeria has also seen how it is done over here, the transport system, the tracking and tender process of these vehicles.
All right, Habida, thank you very much for that update. Let's now bring in the program director of the PCNGI, Michael Oluwagbemi. Thank you for joining us. It's been 3 days of study. What is the lesson Nigeria is taking home from here on, improving sustainable mobility in the country?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Clearly to us, the Indian experience, by the way, which was started for India in 1998, when the Supreme Court, on the back of a ruling dealing with the heavy pollution in their cities, required that India move towards cleaner fuels across board in the transport sector. And India had emerged over the last 22 years as a leader in CNG and is now slowly emerging also as a leader in EV. What we've learned in India is that Nigeria is on track. The president's instincts are right in terms of ensuring we combine both CNG and EV strategy for the country, because Nigeria, unlike India, is quite gas-rich, and CNG can also power both off-grid and on-grid systems that can power EV. And Nigeria can use EV vehicles in our densely populated cities to reduce the impact of tailpipe emissions, while also improving mass transit systems and ensuring that we create a culture of scheduled timing on our mass transit system.
So you've spoken...
Of course, we've also learned from India.
Yep. Yes, you've spoken extensively about what Nigeria can do. Talk to us about how Nigeria would be adopting these strategies and actually doing them, to boost mobility in the country.
Yes, for us, first and foremost, is that we are looking at using EVs in areas where CNG cannot currently reach. 23 of Nigeria, 36 states and 1 territory, that's 37 areas in Nigeria. Only 23 of them can currently get CNG. The balance of those areas will and can be serviced with EVs. On the other hand, we also recognize that EVs are mostly applicable in our most densely populated urban areas. So we're talking about Lagos, Ibadan, FCT, Port Harcourt, Aba, Kano, Kaduna. All of those cities can benefit from some kind of EV infrastructure. Also, our campuses that have a special use case. So These are areas where we're looking to deploy EV, while also making sure that our EV industry is domesticated. We need to make sure, one thing we've learned from India is that you want to build your own EV industry. You cannot be calling for parts that will take 2-3 months to come to Nigeria. You want to make sure your EV vehicles are assembled, manufactured, your supply chain is in Nigeria. Nigeria has a lot of lithium. So Nigeria can play in the EV industry also by building batteries. So the Ministry of Mining is already working on a lithium-ion program. We'll be collaborating with them. We're working with the Ministry of Steel, Industry, Trade and Investment, is working on the automobile side of things. All of these are important as we try to build our own EV as well as our own automobile industry, even as we are using the consumer credit program of the Mr. President to support the automobile sector so that Nigeria can produce the over 780,000 vehicles that we need every year. And that is what we've learned from India, and I think from this Indian trip and this India engagement, and that's the real benefit of South-South cooperation as this has enabled us to explore.
All right, then we look forward to how all of this would play out and the benefits it actually brings to Nigerians. Program Director, PCNGI, Michael Oluwagbemi, thank you so much for talking to us on the News at 1.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.